Most of these will work on all builds and won't require any specializations or gadgets. I'll also put timestamps in the description for each map, but we're just going to get straight into it. Some of these jumps will have zip lines right next to them, and I've gotten comments saying something like, oh, just take the zip line in the past, and I just want to remind those people that zip lines can be broken by players, and it's actually super easy for them to do that. Having context is useful for some of these, but for the really straightforward ones like the next few, I'm just not going to commentate over it. I'm pretty sure that every single one of these holes on this map has a way for you to climb up it. Before we move into the next map, I just wanted to ask you guys if you wanted guides only for things that are practical, or if you guys wanted to see some dumb but fun stuff too. And here's an example of a pointless but funny thing, like cloning this specific prop on Kyoto. So just let me know in the comments if you'd only like to see useful things, or if you enjoy the goofy stuff too. You can chain the launch pads on Skyway High Rise just from the momentum of jumping off the zip line, even as a heavy. This one's my favorite rollout in the game. You can chain these from a wall pad, zip line, dash, or grapple. I just slide down the roofs and the tent because bee hopping just sends me too far. A lot of the recordings in this video are very old, since I was making entire videos like this every time a new map would come out. The majority of what I included in those original videos were still useful, but I'd be posting those videos within a week of maps dropping, and some of the spots were just in areas where fights aren't really happening, or some of the jumps were just a bit too difficult to do. I rewatched all of those videos and I decided to save the most useful ones I found in them. I added new ones, and a lot of them I completely forgot about, but I'm already doing them again. I like this one a lot because there's a cache out here, no one's expecting you to be here, and you're behind cover. This idea works on pretty much every map. If there's no windows on the first floor, you can open a door, climb on the door, and then climb up. You can chain all 4 launch pads on Bernal structures by placing a jump pad like this, a zip line, using a dash, and grapple too if you get enough momentum. You can roof climb from flower pots, and these are in a ton of buildings on Bernal. Climbing on top of doors and then using that height to reach the second floor windows is so huge. There's a good amount of buildings on a bunch of maps that won't have windows on the first floor or anything to really let you climb to the second floor window, so shout out to Doors for that. Even if the zipline is still intact in matches, I'll often take the additional half a second to climb instead of using the zipline. It's very easy to hear enemies in this game, whether they're running or they're on a zipline, but mantling is just super quiet. I do the same thing when there's small ladders that I can just mantle to the top of instead of actually climbing the ladder, but mantling is actually faster than going up those ladders too. These corners have an invisible barrier that you can get on, so you can climb up that and then climb up from here. I usually like doing this one as a heavy when I get this spawn. Even if my teammates don't follow my path, and if they're playing light or medium, I end up at the apartment buildings at the same time they do. Plus I now have high ground with the zipline enemies can't reach without using a movement gadget.
High pressure situation, Scotty.
I'm pretty sure the zipline momentum still isn't enough to get you up, so just land on that circle thing and then just climb up. I'm sure most people know you can climb windows, but I feel like I never see people doing window climbs on these type of windows. These windows are typically found on offices or commercial buildings, which also have higher ceilings than houses normally do. But even though the ceiling is higher and you can't climb to the floor above, you can just climb on top of the metal bar above the windows. You can climb up the walls and then jump to the elevator platform faster and quieter than taking the ladder. You can easily roof climb here by hitting the front of this launch pad. Once you hit this launch pad, just keep moving left while you're still in the air and try to land on this thing. Even if you didn't land on it, you can still climb onto it and then onto the roof from it. This one definitely won't work if you're trying to use it as an escape path like mid-fight or something, but I just use it to try and rotate or to get high ground if I see an enemy with like a cash box heading my way. There's two versions of Vegas, but like 90% of these work on both of them. You can also do this on the other side of the NGMO sign. The metal structure is pretty easy to climb if you try it where there's openings in it. I just spam jump and try to climb as I look around, and it usually finds a spot for me to mantle. The zip lines are often broken, so here's a fast way up without them. All along this area under the metal structure, you can climb the lights and then jump. You can stand on all of the palm trees, and it's pretty easy to see out of, but seeing someone up there is very difficult.
Nice little smoke. Dude, yeah, you can't see you.
Since it's a flat roof now, you can just jump up without the extra zipline momentum. You can't jump climb it, so you can hop on this counter and 180 climb it pretty easily. I'm only going to show one more of these since there's a cache out here and it's super easy to get in. These two zipline openings can be climbed if they're broken. You can attach a zip line to this back section of the boundary wall on both versions of Vegas and both Sandstorm versions as well. You can even throw goo at your zip line so you have something to stand on too. You can't window climb throughout most of the map, but windows with these platform stages, you can. You can climb on these all over the map. Enemies are probably not expecting you up here, so you'll get the first shots in. I wouldn't normally show a jump you need an arena carryable for, but one spawns here every time, plus there's a cash out station here. 2 quick melees will break this fence. You can use the pole from the elevator to climb onto the roof here. This was from a video I posted over a year ago, which was before the Monaco structures rework, so just ignore the subtitle here. You can climb into the 2nd floor window off of this launch pad. Jumping on the front of it allows you to reach the 3rd floor. You can also do this on other maps as well. Sprint, then slide, then jump off this bookshelf to grab the floor above. It might sound or look a bit tricky, but it's really just not at all. This walkway bridge on Monaco allows for consistent goo launches if you throw it to the left side of the bridge. I'm not sure how to get it consistently on other ones, and it's usually easier to launch off stuff from throwing goo to the right side of it, but this one's just super beast, I guess. I hope you all learned at least one new thing from this video, and let me know what your favorite one was in the comments. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video till the end. I really appreciate that, and just remember...